And welcome back for our final crossing here to the CSIR. And we're talking about such exciting things this morning, and it doesn't get any better than the biodegradable plastic, because I think we all know and understand just what a hazardous problem that is. And with me right now, I'm joined by Dr. Avashnee Chetty, who's a CSIR research group leader on biodegradable plastic technology. And next to her is the acting CEO of the National Advisory Council of Innovation, Dr. Mlungisi Cele. But let me start with you, Dr. Chetty. Biodegradable plastic, that sounds like music to everybody's ears, I'm sure.
Yes. So what we've developed here is a material that looks like normal plastic. It feels like normal plastic, but it's not made from petroleum resources. So this is a bio-based plastic made from plant-based biomass. And the materials that we are using is agricultural byproducts like bagasse, maize stalk, straws, as well as biopolymers. So what's exciting about this material is that it can be recycled. Firstly, at end of use, it can be reused, it can be recycled, but more importantly, at end of life, it is fully compostable. So this material you could put in your home compost pile and it will disappear within a few months. Additionally, it can be processed in an industrial composting facility. But even more important, this material is 100% biodegradable. So it will biodegrade in soil within 3 to 6 months, as well as in marine water. And the end products is just carbon dioxide, water, and biomass.
Is this the end to our plastic problem then?
Well, I think our plastic problem is really complex, and one technology is not going to be the solution. We need to consider recycling. Recycling is very important. Consumer behavior is very important. So we need education, and we need to embrace the new technologies that are more sustainable and renewable, as well as enhancing our recycling industry.
Dr. Cele, from your side, what do we need to do as a country to ensure the sustainability of innovation such as these and the many others that we saw this morning?
So can I make a correction? I'm Professor Matshabisa from the University of the Free State. And I think there was a little misunderstanding.
Our apologies.
Thank you so much. But I think, my interest and my research is on the development of indigenous plants, for medicines, the development of cannabis for medicines, which is, I think, my expertise in terms of the research that we're doing. The products you see at the back here are products that we have developed in conjunction with communities, where we want also to help and make sure that those communities develop enterprises, help them in terms of the science, and help them in terms of securing the markets. But in terms of cannabis, which is really a hot potato, is we're interested in looking and advising government on how to look at policies that govern, the medicinal use of cannabis through the research and the development. So we are working on cannabis and looking at beneficiation of people who have been using cannabis products to develop those products into proprietary products that can actually be commercialized, I think, for the better good of everybody. So that's the role that, we do at the University of the Free State.
It's one of those things where everybody thinks they can get involved because it's a plant after all. It's a plant that doesn't need much to thrive. So, what is its potential, would you say, moving forward?
There's a great potential, I think, in terms of medicinal cannabis. We did some research, I think, 2 years back, where we were comparing the different cannabis plants, and we found, in fact, that the South African cannabis best performed in terms of the research we looked at for breast cancer, best performed in terms of the research we looked at gangrene. So we want to say, as a country, can we put more efforts into developing the local strains of cannabis and develop those so that at least we can contribute into the secondary economies, but also develop those so that we can begin to train our people who have been using cannabis to get them into the formal markets. So we literally are saying, let us work with everybody, but in a systematic way for the development of the cannabis industry in this country.
Well, that unfortunately is where we have to leave it. And as you saw there, just a snapshot, literally the tip of the iceberg of all the innovations that are being showcased here today. As I said, close to 50 stands, 3,000 delegates attending the Science Forum. So this is what we could bring you this morning, and we have to leave it there, unfortunately. With that, it's goodbye from me, and see you tomorrow morning in studio.